Jobina, if you think your name is black, Marcus Watkins feels like the blackest name that they like looked around for the star of this show, for the protagonist of this season. We want a black name. Do you know any white people named Marcus?
No.
Is there a famous Marcus that's white? There's got to be one, right?
Sure, there has to be one, but I don't know him.
And then Watkins.
Watkins, Jenkins, like those names. Like
Right. All right, we're about to talk about Marcus Watkins. Let's start the show. Hey everyone, I am Luther Palmer, and this is One Episode Stand, the podcast where we have fun helping you figure out what to watch and what to ghost.
And I'm Jobina Scott. Think of this like one night stands, but for TV shows. We watch and discuss the premiere of a new show, then we move on to the next. We're here for a good time, but not for a long time.
We also dig into some of the bigger questions these shows raise when you're not just watching, but actually paying attention. Jobina, we're going to dig into Love Life and Marcus Watkins. Wasn't the singer or preacher in Coming to America, Randy Watkins? Wasn't that his name?
Okay, you're asking someone who watches a movie and then just the general essence stays with me and everything else is gone. I have
or maybe
no
it was
idea.
Watson. Maybe it was Randy Watson.
Possibly.
Anyway, what else are you watching?
Okay, I'm watching Platonic on Apple TV. And so Platonic is this show about obviously male and female friendship. And I think they make the strong case that it is entirely possible for a man and a woman to be in a platonic relationship. Like, they don't do the whole trope of sexual tension. They allow them to navigate through relationships, marriages, divorces, etc., as longtime friends who continue to be meaningfully in each other's lives.
So I think that the question of whether or not male and female, which is heteronormative, of course, can be friends and platonic. That seemed like something that I discussed a lot 20 years ago. Now, it's pretty obvious that like I just have enough friends. I know enough people. Yeah, like it's not a big deal. Like I don't know that I have a lot of friends who are tripping over themselves falling in love with their platonic friends. That's just not something that happens as adults. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and I appreciate the show doesn't kind of serve up the sort of cliche. It's good. I like it.
Okay. This is Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen and what is the woman's name? Rose Byrne.
Rose.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay. Love Life. What does Love Life say about itself, or what do we know about Love Life?
Okay, I'm going to read you what AI has to say about Love Life Season 2
Okay.
in particular.
All right.
Love Life Season 2 follows Marcus Watkins, who is actually William Jackson Harper, a book editor who, after meeting the charismatic Mia Hines, played by Jessica Williams, experiences a crisis of identity that leads to the collapse of his marriage and a journey of self-discovery through a series of relationships as he tries to find meaningful connection.
Man, AI nailed the hell out of that.
I was like, those are all the words that describe the show.
They really. Okay, let's talk about his name, right? William Jackson Harper. Are there any settings in which you use all three of your names?
Never. No. Who is doing that? I think when you get famous, you have to kind of, you got to pick something that stands out
to it.
And especially like William Harper, like that doesn't do anything for him. William Jackson Harper, then that's something good.
And so you did say we're doing season 2.
Season 2.
Season 1 was about a different character. It had different protagonist, and then season 2 had a different protagonist. So there's separate stories.
They connect them through friendship, right? So Darby is the female character of the first season, and William Jackson Harper or Marcus Watkins is one of her friends. He meets Mia Hines at her, I think, wedding reception. So they knit the two of them together in friendship, and then they transition on to his story.
Where can they find the show? What's the format of the show?
Okay, so this is a 30-minute drama. It's on Netflix, but it's not a Netflix original. And I think I watched season 1 of Love Life somewhere else. Maybe Max or
I'm
Hulu,
seeing it's on HBO Max.
Yeah. Yeah, so it did not start on Netflix, but it just came to Netflix maybe a month or so ago, and that's how we got into season 2.
Wait a minute. It looks like it's on both. Huh.
Both seasons are on both platforms?
It just says like Love Life Season 2, someone did a review on August 11, 2025. Huh. So that would be, I can't keep up, Jobina, with the streaming. I just, I just can't keep up with what's where, and they take stuff off and it moves from one platform to another.
This is true.
We both
and you know what I like to do? I just turn on Netflix.
You just turn on Netflix? You just turn on Netflix. Okay. What did you know about the show before you picked it?
Nothing. I can't even remember. I mean, this is one where usually I know for a fact, like, I recommended this show to you. You recommended it to me.
Right.
This one, I cannot remember how we decided to watch this one.
I think my friend recommended it. I think my friend's wife. Matter of fact, so I told them I was at their house a year ago and told them, hey, let's watch this show Easy on Netflix, which I love, one of my favorite shows.
So good.
And then I think a couple of months ago, he came back and said, oh, my wife said to tell you to watch this show, Love Life. And it did not disappoint. Like, it was along the same lines of nuanced relationship, you know, kind of coming of age for certain people. So, how does the show look, sound, and feel? I mean, I guess I'll take this. He's in New York, right? He's a New York book editor, so it's kind of a fast-paced city at times. But it kind of, his life is kind of slow moving.
Slow, yeah, and it follows.
So
his
you
pace.
Don't get the hustle and bustle of New York, except a couple like nightlife scenes, or like we're gonna eat out pizza late at night. But it's kind of a big city.
He's a part of those scenes. He's not moving at the same pace. Like he just takes life slow.
Yeah, which is that possible in New York? Like, do those people just get run over?
Right, trampled? I don't know, but he's doing it in the series.
Because I'm that way, right? I'm deliberate. I'm a slow mover. I'm a slow walker. Which is why New York doesn't appeal to me, because it doesn't seem like New York wants me. It's like the way I feel about Walmart.
Not if you're a slow walker.
Like, it's not that I don't like Walmart. I just feel like Walmart doesn't like me. Like Walmart doesn't. They don't want me. So I'm doing them a favor by not going to Walmart. I feel like that about New York. Y'all don't want me because I'm slow.
Okay, but here's something. I'm learning this about you for the first time. I didn't realize you were a slow walker.
Oh my goodness, the slowest. Loser. I'm the slowest.
I walk so fast.
Do you really? Oh,
I am such a fast walker. And my teenage daughter is a slow walker. And I will be like, I have left you so far behind. What are you doing? And she is just moving at a snail's pace. That would drive me insane.
Okay, so Jobina, what is this show really about? I mean, AI talked about, like, had all these nice sounding words. What would you say this show is really about?
I mean, I think the two words that nailed it of all the things they said is just meaningful connection. Like the whole show, whether season 1 and Darby, season 2 and Marcus, it is about the quest for meaningful connection.
Right.
And Marcus is waking up to the idea that he does not have it in his marriage. He is then like trying to find it, and he first follows the spark with Mia, and then like he's also making some other mismatches. But the whole thing is about like meaningfully connecting with another human being.
And let's set the stage. So he meets Mia in the very first scene at a wedding reception with his wife. He's there with his wife. And he just has a happenstance encounter with Mia. They exchange information on a professional level, but still like
a little flirty. Like there was,
Jobina, this reminded me of my youth when sometimes getting someone's information it's an art form, right?
It's an art. Yeah.
And sometimes you try to do that without playing your full hand. Hey, I'm interested in you. I like you. I want to go on a date with you. No, like, oh, you're this, like, you're a wedding planner. Let me get your information because my cousin might be getting married, and then, and then you have the information. Like, I remember this woman, like, she was literally a wedding planner. And she came back. She had left this party, and she came back and she said, "Oh, here's my card." And she handed her card to like 3 or 4 of her. Like, "Here's my card if any of y'all need, any wedding services." So of course I reached out to her like, "Hey, what's up?" We start dating. Then she tells me that whole giving the card thing to everyone was specifically so she could give it to me.
The card. Wow.
And I was like, well played.
But don't you think though the culture has changed? Like now, I feel like you give your number away to everybody. Like, I feel like it should be so much easier to get someone's number these days because
now it's social media. Give me your social.
Yeah,
now
it's
give me
just
your
like
social.
you're giving them. Yeah, you're giving them something to connect with you. Anybody, all the time.
Yeah. What would I say the show is really about? I mean, there was this sense of he was struggling with his blackness in a way.
Yeah.
Because he was married to a white woman. Mia, the woman he meets, is black. And she kind of does this thing where when she realizes he's married to a white woman, she's like, that makes sense. And then there's this issue about Barack and LeVar Burton being being passive black men. And he asked, and he asked his white wife, right? Who do I remind you of? And she says Barack and LeVar Burton. He's
Barack
like,
Obama.
that wasn't what he wanted to hear, right?
No.
He didn't want to be the likable black man.
Yeah. Well, you're getting at, I mean, part of this is also exposing some of his insecurities because he has insecurity at work. Like he's sort of grappling with what have I really accomplished? He has insecurity in his marriage. Like, is this really the right person for me? So I think the first show in this season does a good job of exposing that as well.
So he has this moment with Mia. They exchange information. They show him, how do I write the first message? And he's backspacing and crafting it, like what tones do you want to set? And he sends it. He's happy with himself. And then when the phone like blings up that she's responded, right? He gets all excited. And I remember telling my wife 6 months into marriage that I miss that moment, right? Meeting someone new, getting like there's that moment of like confirmed initial attraction.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you could and you hear all these stories about, why do people cheat? And seeing him in that moment feel so good about himself, you're like, I understand why people do this because that's a good feeling. Like it's just a good feeling. Yeah.
And to your point, like if you are in a committed relationship, it doesn't even matter how happy or unhappy you are. That thing cannot be recreated.
Yeah. The other thing that happens is he starts this friendship with her. He's out late one night or something happens. He comes home and his wife just has a little bit of a feeling. And she says, "Hey, is everything okay?" And he says, "Oh, sure. Everything's fine." And she's just like, "Huh." And so this is a very tricky thing about relationships because it feels awful when you know something's not right and the person is saying everything's fine, right? That's a bad feeling. But also sometimes the person isn't ready to share. And it's not that they're trying to keep things from you or lie, but I haven't fully thought through what I'm feeling.
Right,
so
right.
trying to share it now. So I think people should use that language. I'm not ready to share, right? I don't know if that's going to make it better.
Nothing's wrong. Yeah.
But if you say that, people are going to be like, well, let's talk about it now or tell us what's on your mind. Well, no. So I think it is easier to just say everything's fine.
Well, and I wonder if he had said like, I don't know what I'm feeling. Like I'm feeling weird, but I don't know what I'm feeling. And so like, it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense for us to talk about it. Like, I think I'm not ready to talk about it is just an invitation for inquiry, but there's gotta be some, like, I'm not ready.
But if you
Please,
say,
we're
I
gonna
don't know
talk
what
about
I'm,
this.
but if you say, I don't know what I feel, that's also going to invite, like if you're receiving that, right? You're in a 17-year marriage and the person says, I don't know how I feel. About what? Like, what are we talking about here, right? About me, about the kids,
us,
about your
right?
job, right? And the person's like, everything's fine. Like, just
never mind.
Everything's
Right,
fine. So
good.
it's almost a no-win situation, right? That it's one of these things in relationships where, you know, I remember when I was dating, people would say, communicate. Well, it's one of these things that you realize in an actual relationship, there's just situations that are difficult, regardless of a person's willingness to communicate. Because if you're not ready to communicate, you could say the wrong thing and that could send the relationship into a whole different place. And you're like, no, I didn't mean it like that, because you haven't really thought it through yet. It's just a tough position for everybody involved.
Yeah, and that's the position he found himself in.
Yeah. I saw this lawyer on social media talking about how much money Steve Jobs has made divorce lawyers because he connected the iMessaging of the phone and the tablet. And he said people are messaging in iMessage on their phone. And the tablet is in the child's room, or the tablet's on the couch. And he said, he said like half of the people that come through the door that were caught cheating, it's from the iMessages.
Oh no.
And it's a little bit of a spoiler, but we kind of know that Marcus is going to go through several relationships, so his marriage is going to end. But at the end of episode 1, like, she does find these messages, and so she starts reading him the messages that he sent with Mia.
Yeah.
And I again,
but they weren't like overtly sexual. They were like we are in a budding friendship. I'm talking to you about my relationship. Like, he is being critical of his wife in the text messages, but there's.
But Jobina, he says
it's not. Right. Yeah.
So I wrote down some of the things that she said.
Okay, here we go.
He said to Mia, "You understand me better than my wife."
Yeah.
And they've been married 4 years, I think, and he's known Mia for 2.5 weeks. He says, "I feel stuck." And then he says, I shouldn't have gotten married so young. That's tough to hear. But again, I think it's one of these situations where I think sometimes we vent to people that isn't all the way the best language, right? Like I don't have to have the best language when I share my feelings with my friends. So if someone were to be listening to that, they could take that out of context and be hurt by something.
Yeah, well, and you know, there's somebody who's going to read that and say, like, we got to go to counseling. Like, we got to talk about this. She was ready to end it, but
yeah.
He got himself caught out there.
When I was an intern in college, I had sent a message to a friend of mine saying, you know, I don't like this internship. I'm not getting, you know, my work is boring, Mm-hmm. I mistakenly sent it to my supervisor instead of my friend. So my supervisor was like, hey, come up here and talk to me. Like, what's going on here? And what I really wanted to say was, that's not really how I feel.
Not really what I mean. Yeah.
That's not really how I feel. It's just, I'm just sharing with a friend. I'm just like commiserating with a friend, but I don't hate it here. Like, I can see how it sounds like I hate it here. And that's how I felt about
hate it here.
Right? Because, well, you did say right here you hate it here.
I'm miserable.
But that's how I felt about his messages. Like, they sound terrible. But he does love you, right? Like, and this woman doesn't know him better than his wife. Like, that's not actually a true statement, right?
No, he's just saying, like, I feel seen and I'm happy to be connecting with you. But tell me this, like, are you, like, she definitely took advantage of the fact that the phone was available and she read the messages. Like, are you I'm going to inspect and see, or I would never look at my partner's phone?
I flip-flop. Have you heard this song PJ Morton sings? I don't want to go through your phone.
No.
Where he talks about I might see something I don't want to see. So like I'm gonna just trust you because it's gonna be easy because I want to be with you. I'm gonna just trust you. What about you? I don't know that I have a solid answer on that.
Yeah, I am not. I'm not gonna check. I think that if there's I feel like if there's something I need to know, like I will be presented with an opportunity to know it. I am not going to be going through someone's phone and reading it and reading messages and trying to check
are you
search
telling the truth
history
right
and
now?
none of that.
I'm telling
the
truth right now.
Honest to God truth. My husband could leave his phone right next to me and walk out, and I would not pick it up and try to figure it out.
But what if you had that "is everything okay" moment with him, and he's like, everything's fine, and you in your heart know something's not right? Like it's easy to say you're not gonna look through your phone when everything's good, but when you feel like he's drifting.
I'm not saying I wouldn't want information. I just feel like I'm not going to go through your phone to get it. I'm going to operate in the confidence that if there's something for me to know, I will eventually know it.
What if he's 4.5 years of everything's fine, and you're like, something I need another sorts of information here.
Then I'm going to say like, okay, we got to go to counseling. I'm not going to be like, the solution to this problem is for me to get in your phone and see what you're doing.
Right. Okay, more or less. What did you want to see more of or less of in the show?
I think it's beautifully done in terms of telling the story of each person's pursuit of love and connection. So I would be happy if they had 10 seasons. I just want the Marcus and Mia story, and then I want the connection of okay, who's connected to them that we're now going to hear their story, and the next person's story, and the next person's story.
So you're all in on this.
I'm all in.
Format. It's a clever format.
I like the format.
So there was a scene early on when they got back from the party. She says, "Oh, I'm tired. I'm going to bed." And he's like, "Yeah, me too." And then she says, "Unless you want to have sex." And he's like, "Oh, yeah, let's have sex." And then they start having sex, and they're both like, "We're actually tired."
No.
I mean, of all of the rom-coms I've seen and relationship and dating shows, I've never seen a marital sex scene like that. Like where both people are like, "Oh, yeah, let's do it." And then they were both like, "Let's not do it." I thought that scene for me was like, oh, this is going to be an interesting show, because right off the bat, they didn't go to the normal tropes of one person's actually frustrated, one person is this, one person's tired or pretending to be asleep. No, it was like they both kind of had this thing of we want
and there was an invitation and yes, let's do it, and then
right. So I would say more of new, clever, ways of showing relationships. I also would say more of his friend. So he has this friend, Yogi. I think he stole every scene he was in because he's opposite Marcus, and Marcus is, like you said, deliberate, slow, and Yogi is New York, fast paced, talking, cracking jokes, making fun of him. I thought Yogi was. I think his name is Christopher Powell. He is hilarious.
I don't know this actor, but he also he's also the exact opposite of Marcus. He's married, he has kids, he's in the super long-term committed forever. I love my girl. She's the one for me. He's that guy too.
Right. Okay. Marry, kill, one night stand. I'm actually going to give you Yogi. I'm not going to give you Marcus. I'm going to give you Yogi. How'd you feel about Yogi?
No. I'm going to have to kill him. No.
Kill him?
I thought he was funny, but
he was a family man.
Yeah, no. I just didn't find him. No, he's not that interesting. I wouldn't be attracted to him in any way.
Oh, okay.
No, it's a no for me.
Okay. All right. Too bad, Yogi.
Okay, and I'm going to give you Marcus's wife, whatever her name was.
Oh, I liked her. Like, I thought, you know, she wasn't whiny, or, you know, she was perceptive to say, like, hey, is everything okay here? You know, I don't know that I would marry her per se. I would one night stand her. Yeah. I mean, I'd be her rebound. Yeah. Like, she's getting out of divorce.
Right. Like, get on over here, girl.
She's on the apps.
You're hey, like, you can call me Barack Obama. You can call me LeVar Burton. I don't care.
Jobina, okay, so now I'm going to go back. Do black women have this struggle of being compared to passive black women? Like, have you ever had that conflict about, I don't want to be compared to Barack Obama, or the female version of that?
Not at all. I mean, I feel like what I get more than anything is a comparison to someone I don't look anything like. Like, that is the worst part. It's like, you know who you remind me of? And I'm like, really? Because I don't look, act, sound anything like her. So that to me is probably the most annoying thing, but not like, I want you to say I'm more like, I don't know.
I think the word was safe, right? Like,
yeah,
he was insulted that, like, everyone thinks I'm safe.
Yeah.
And I get that. There's a side of masculinity that wants to have an edge and a roughness. And they were basically saying, you don't have an edge.
You don't have it. Yeah. And
you know,
I can't speak for all black women, but that's not something I'm concerned myself with. You can compare me to anybody you think I might be like, and then I'm going to tell you whether I'm like that person or not.
All right. Based on this episode, are you going to watch Love Life again, or was this a one episode stand?
Well, clearly I've watched the whole thing. I mean, this is what I do. There are some shows, Luther, that just absolutely take me away. Like, I can just become so enmeshed in them. I'm binge watching it. I'm staying up late because I just can't get enough of the interesting way that they tell this man's story, like how human he is, how nuanced he is, and really every character they develop so well. That's why I said, like, give me 10 seasons of it. I loved it. I watched all of it. It was not a one episode stand. I'm 100% in. And you, what say you?
I also watched the whole series. Okay, so let's spend a couple minutes talking about something that a sort of a bigger theme that extends beyond episode 1, which is this notion of what's keeping us from chasing our dreams. Because like he's married and he meets this woman who there's instant vibes with, right? And then later on in the season, there's a job decision that he wants to make and change, right? So he feels stuck, right? That's actually one of the messages he sent to Mia in the original group, like, I feel stuck.
Yeah.
And I think about this all the time because you have to say, I love my kids, but, like, kids are an encumbrance. Like, they prevent a lot of people from chasing their dreams because they have to provide for these kids.
Right.
I think marriage is an encumbrance for some people. Not to date other people, but, like, I want to move to Phoenix, but my wife's family lives here, so we can't go, right? Like, that's, I think, so what other things come up for you as stopping us from pursuing the dreams that we have?
Yeah, I mean, so I think the biggest issue for most people is fear. Like, he even says, Marcus says, I can't let my he's like, I can't let my family be right. Like, they told him not to marry a white woman. And he's like, and now I did it, and I kind of got to stick with it. Like, he was living in fear of a lot of things. Fear of judgment if he broke up with his wife. Like, fear of failure if he doesn't stick with his kind of traditional 9 to 5, I can make this thing work job rather than pursue his dreams to be a writer. Like he's just,
right.
And I think most people, they don't change anything about their life because they made a decision and now they're fearful of both like what happens on the back end of this decision and what will people say and think.
What will people say and think? You know, as we get older, some of us older than other people,
by a smidge, by an absolute smidge.
People always say the older you get, the less you care what people think.
Less you care.
Right. And I just wonder if that's something that people could use a lot more of sooner in life. Like when you're 30,
yes,
to have the not give a fuckness that a 65-year-old person has, right?
Right. Because the only difference is the 65-year-old has figured out that it doesn't matter. It didn't matter when they were 30 either.
Right.
But yeah, if you had that, you would know that it never mattered.
Why does it feel like it matters so much?
I mean, I don't know. I think about like some of the decisions I made coming out of college, and I mean, so much of what you're trying to do as a young person growing up is please your parents. Like I wanted my parents to be happy with, proud of, able to stand by decisions that I've made. And I don't know if that like people pleasing gets into this, like then what are other people who are not my family, less consequential gonna say? I don't know. But I feel like for me, like people pleasing has its roots in, and worrying about what people think has its roots in trying to please my parents.
Right. What would you tell your 25-year-old self along these lines? Like what message would you deliver to yourself? In what way would you package it that you think a 25-year-old Jobina would receive?
Would receive and understand. I mean, who knows if she would have received it, but like, you don't have to make the sort of typical life decisions. At least not without examining whether or not that's what you really want to do. And maybe you decide that's exactly what you want to do. But if you don't, like, that it is not the end of the world. Like, it could actually set your life on a very different positive course. Like, it just, all of the sort of expected decisions don't necessarily equal like this sort of happiness, acceptance, whatever that you think it will. And it doesn't mean that it won't, but they are not like a formula for success or the only formula for success in life.
That's good. Jobina, what
about you? What are you going to say to 25? You have another question. Go ahead.
I'm still cooking.
Go ahead.
What would a 65-year-old Jobina tell current day Jobina?
Oh gosh, now you're trying to make me project into the future that I don't know. What was 65-year-old? Oh
but
gosh.
Like, what would they like? And maybe you don't have to answer, right? Because maybe it's very personal. Because you be talking about your current life. But like, if you were to make decisions based upon what would make 65-year-old Jobina happy, I wonder if that's a different way of thinking about things.
Yeah, it really is, because you have me stumped. I mean, I think that on some level, that person would have pushed me around this issue that the show is exploring, connection. Like, spend time connecting with people that you value and that value you.
Yeah.
Like, spend as much of your time doing that as you can.
Yeah. I would tell my younger self to take more risks. I would say take more risks, because I feel very fortunate to have great family, great extended family, which I think gives me not only the physical safety net, but like the emotional space. I had very supportive parents. I have very supportive sibling relationships, cousin relationships, grandparents. Like, I think that would have given me the emotional space to take more risks than I thought about taking.
You thought, yeah.
So.
And then, okay, wait. 65-year-old.
Oh, 65-year-old Luther. 65-year-old Luther 65-year-old Luther is deeply problematic. He should not be listened to. That guy.
You like don't listen to anything that man tells you.
Right? Yeah. Like no, you can't listen to that guy. He is.
Oh my goodness.
He is living on a beach somewhere with too many buttons unbuttoned on his shirt. His hair is long. Like you can't.
Oh, no.
You can't go by that guy.
Can't trust anything he tells you.
Right. Right. All right. I think we covered anything else. I think we got into this thing. I think
We
Wow.
did. Yeah, this is a good one.
All right. Thank you all for listening to One Episode Stand. If you enjoyed this episode, you can subscribe to the podcast to be alerted when new episodes drop. If you're listening on iTunes, please give us a rating. The theme music is Freedom by Paradox Hip Hop. We'll be back next time with another series premiere. Jobina, let's end on this. Every story has a moral. What was the moral of this episode?
I think the moral of this episode was like keep a lookout for your phone. Keep the lock on there. Like know that the messages might be populating on your iPad.
Right.
Think about these things before you send a message to someone that your spouse makes you feel stuck.
I'm not an Apple person, so I don't know if you can turn off the feature or I don't know. But there was another show where like a child was reading the messages because the iPad was in the child's room.
Yeah, well, and if you had family share, sometimes with family share on iPhones, like your kids can be reading the messages.
I think if you're sending pictures and it can get really bad really quick.
Yeah, just check all these features out.
I think that's an excellent moral. All right, everyone. See you next time.
Bye, everybody.
Everything's fine.